Hey, we are here at Dewey Lake in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. Now this here is a place that I used to play a lot, like when we would come here, school outings, church outings, whatever. And a lot of the playground equipment has been replaced with new safety regulations and stuff. They put in the more plastic play items and stuff, whereas in the older days when I used to come here with the groups, they had the metals. But I'm going to show you some of the jungle gyms and stuff, and just kind of flash around some things here for you. Now this is a pretty big park, and on the other side of that spillway that you just saw is a very large lake. Now this place is pretty good for fishing if you've got the patience, according to if the fish are biting good and everything, you know. And but for those that's always been a child coming here, this is an awesome playground. Well, let me show you the playground. So over here we've got one big giant jungle gym slide get up. Over here they've got an exercise part. I'll go back over there and show you the jungle gym in a moment. Today is such a comfortable day, and believe it or not, this is December 25th, 2021. So Merry Christmas to all of you. And the temperatures is like remarkable. I'm wearing a thin sweater and a blue jean jacket, and it's just comfortable. But here we've got, like, you can do like the sit-ups where you've got your legs up in the air like that, and like however you want to do that. And then you've got your chin-ups over here, and the ground is with old ground up tire. Makes it very cushiony. Okay, let's go on ahead over here and look at this jungle gym. And so we've got a cute little gazebo. Looks like you can play music there on these bells. Let's see. Yeah. And then we've got some drums. And okay, like little clackers. Let's see what these do. Oh, okay. And then we've got our little horns. You gotta watch your head if you're tall. This has gotten a lot of foot traffic. It's kind of worn off here. Anybody who wants to rough it, step up like that, or do it a little easier. Got the hand over bars. Any of yous ever was good at that? I can't. I never was. Never was good at it. Couldn't do hand over. And then here, got like a stand there and spin the wheel, or you can climb up. They thought about those that likes to climb up slides. So there you go. You could climb up the slide. Or you could come up on a cargo net. This is a pretty big gym, honestly, because I'm able to walk underneath the gazebos and everything. And then we've got multiple length slides. You've got that, it's a little shorter, and then a little higher, and then even higher. Remember the old slides, the metal ones, how hot they would get? Couldn't even hardly stand sitting on them. Here, you could climb up a bar, get on top. Could play a game of tic-tac-toe with your friends. Or you could come up cool little steppers, almost like a spiral stairway. Another way of getting up. There's a bench for old mom, complete with a little table. And then, of course, your spiral slide. So, yeah, this is a nice gym. Really nice gym. It's loaded. I'd say this gets the biggest traffic of all. And then, if you're really daring, I guess you could climb up this. Yeah, you gotta be kind of a shorty. Be able to do that. I'll take you over here and show you this too. Now this gym's really got considerations into it. You could climb up a ladder. But like, look here. It's got like a little drain hole. You could do all kinds of things with that. Let's walk on around here. Once again, it's padded with the ground up tire. Really makes great padding. Really does. It's easy to walk on. You know, matter of fact, you kind of sink up in it. So over here, once again, you've got handover bars. Or you could practice climbing a cargo net. Or check out your balance. Or climb up like that. Yeah, so they even thought about the kids that's really into exercise. That's a nice gym right there. Bigger young folks. Now this hillside, there's like 1, 2, 3, about 3 tiers. And we used to go to the top from this stairway right here. We'd climb up and start up about there and would roll down to the base. Now that was some cool rolling. Then of course we've got our little hobbers. You can walk it back and forth, rock it back and forth. And then we've got our smaller little play gym for more of the toddlers and the ones that's like in kindergarten. Once again, it's got the ground cover of ground tires. Over here, this here is a horseshoe pit. Now, it used to be, there was a metal jungle gym. It looked like a train and a caboose. And it was basically just a hand over hand thing and all that, but it was neat how it looked. But now you've got yourself like a horseshoe pit. Well, they don't have the pegs up. Guess you gotta provide your own pegs. We've got another nice little gym here for young folks. Was going to say they took this ring out, but they didn't. Now, there used to be a very large pine forest here. You can see some of the tree stumps. There was a whole mess of pines there, and sometimes I'd go up into those pines and kind of hide. Here we've got a dozer. Right about where that purple gym is, used to be well, no, it's right there. I was going to say, used to be. They put a walking track in here that used to not be. So that's the reason why I'm a little disoriented. The swings and this tire are original. They are the original here. And everything else has been replaced. As you can see, this swing set are for babies that needs to be in a saddle, and then the other swings is for adults and young folks that know how to hold on. Got another play set that's got a dinosaur, another one that kind of looks like a fish. And then this right here, this is an original too. That's another hand over hand. And then we've got another gym over here. And they've got all kinds of these play gyms here that basically has your same thing. Slides and platforms to walk on and everything. So we've also got a couple restroom facilities here. We've got shelters for picnics, and the parking lot is very huge here. So I'm going to go on around and I will show you some more of Dewey Lake. And one last note, here in the play area, we've got our little play dozer. You can sit on that bench and work the levers. You can move it around and whatnot and dig yourself little holes. It's like a backhoe. Alright, we're moving on. Okay, so here we have got a bulletin board. And like you can see the makeout of the lake. As you can see, it's a pretty large area. Now, the one thing that I didn't mention was like in the playground area where I showed you, there's also soccer ground and tennis court and basketball court and another little play area for smaller group gatherings. So it's really large in that area. Now, this right here is an overview. And we are right here. Now, this right here was the original overflow, and they later diverted it and pulled it over here. And that's what you saw at the start of the video, is this right here. But this used to be where it was the overflow. And this here is all the playground. Now, this is an older shot, so a lot of things have changed here since I have showed you. Like, for instance, here's all those trees that I mentioned about. They're not there now. And here it shows you the elevation and all. And they've got like this here is a picture of different areas, not just Dewey Lake. And this here is where Kentucky and West Virginia meet. And then we've got some rock formation that I haven't ever seen this. I have not seen this up here. I'd love to find it. It says, what is a watershed? A watershed is an area in which water drains into a common stream, river, or basin. Now up here is how much acre? You could fit about 4,000 Dewey playgrounds in that much area. That's what it says. Let's see. Dewey Lake is part of a much bigger picture. Dewey is part of a lower Lavisa watershed, which is comprised of 10 counties, including Floyd, Johnson, Pike, Martin, and Lawrence County. Now that's something else I didn't know. Here we've got some wildlife. Now there are a lot of Canadian geese around this area. On opened ferns, there's some more of the lake. That's actually more like part of a river that drives into it. And then we've got over here they're constantly cleaning up. The Corps of Engineers has set up this park. Now here's some of it being built. Excavation in the upstream tunnel portal as seen has been extended to approximate foundation grade. So this was when they was digging out the tunnel to get to the lake for the spillway. Here we've got a park ranger with Scooby-Doo wearing a life vest. Even Scooby's got to be safe. Got canoeing. Some deer. And apparently there had been an event going on at one time. These are pretty old pictures. But here you can see a little bit of the lake. A little bit of exploded there. And there's a bit of a boat ramp right there. That's just a small bit. And then here, well, okay, I'll expand it for you there. This is the Turbine House. This is where they've got the turbines that literally pulls the water in so that it goes through that tunnel and it keeps the water levels down so that there's no flooding. Here you have got the meters. If it starts to rise, then you can see how high it gets up to. And there they've got it set at 717 feet, which is pretty well level with this ground. So when they've got it set up, you can go down these stairs as well and walk down to the lake. It looks like the water's down pretty good right now. You can see a bit of the shoreline. So it's down. You used to be allowed to swim here, but now there's no swimming. I would say there used to be some accidents, but yeah. Okay, let me take you to the marina. Now here, it's now barely a stream, but at one time, they done paddle boating here. You could rent a paddle boat, and you could paddle boat out there. Now, as you can see, it's dried up quite a bit. There isn't very much to this at all. Now, though, like, you can walk out. They've got you set up. And that's where the boats sat, the paddle boats. But it's dried up a lot here. And that was way back when I was a wee girl. The One and only time I remember ever actually paddle boating. But let me show you how dry this is. We've got a buoy sitting out here. And it's not even getting to float. Yep, the lake is down quite a bit. They've got it set up that at one time you could even pull your boat out. If the water would ever come back up, you could. You could ride it along out that way. But, yep. And it's possible maybe they allowed it to drain a little bit so the water levels would be down more. But yeah, used to paddle boat here. Now go on to the marina. Okay, here I'm at the marina. Now it says boat owners only, so I'm not going to walk out on that deck, not to mention where the water is so low. The deck is really down. I am going to step over here to the corner though. And they've even got tape up showing people not to go out that way where it's down so bad. But I am going to zoom in and let you see some of these. And so we've got some really nice looking houseboats. Some of them look old. The marina is really down though. The water is down really low. I am going to see about walking over a little bit so that I can get a better shot of these boats. Now these are privately owned, so I am going to give some privacy by not like really drilling on one or another. But I am wanting to kind of show this off to you a little. There's quite a few boats that's docked off right now. And you can imagine like living on a houseboat for about a week or two, or maybe even all summer long. We've got some ducks. Look here at this little waddler. We've got another one over here. And then we've got some young ducks and mallards over there, your traditional rot ducks. I believe the little fella's a little curious. He's a big old boy, huh? He's got pretty colors. So, over on that road right there in the distance, there is a lodge. It is, they hold like dinners for groups and stuff. And then down here is the ranger station. And over in that area, and that's where that parking spot is, that parking lot, is another building that they use for businesses sometimes, or like for gatherings, certain things. There's all kinds of things here at Dewey Lake. At one time when I was a child, not only did they have paddle boating, but they also had horseback riding and a sky lift. Well, along with the paddle boating, the sky lift and the horse rentals has gone out. But at least the marina remains, and of course the playground. But a lot has changed at this park from how it was when I was a child. And in some ways it's still fun. There, the sign reads Veterans Island. So I guess veterans can gather over there. But yeah, a lot of things have changed and some things have not. But the most of it has. There's even an area where they do Girl Scout, Boy Scout, and 4-H projects. So yeah, there's a lot to offer here. Fishing, boating, picnics, group gatherings, all kinds of nice things. There's hiking trails, biking trails, and just to name a few other things. It's still a small park compared to some that I've ever done, but it's still a decent park to attend. But right now the water is down, so can't see how big it really is when it's up at its normal level. But anyway, it does it for my video. And I hope that you enjoyed. And once again, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I hope that all's having a fine Christmas day. I'm wearing my wreath. I wanted to wear a elf hat too, but I don't have one. Oh well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for viewing. I greatly appreciate you all. You all are awesome and terrific. If this is your first time viewing, please like, subscribe, and share. I'd love to see you join my YouTube family and friends. And if you have just joined, thank you so much for joining. I am so glad you have. As I said, you all are awesome and terrific. And I hope that you enjoyed this little show of an old iconic park in Kentucky. I'll see you on the next video. And you all have a great day.